united as a nation, blessed from above, strong to have made it this far,
unafraid of the future, surrounded by love,
proud of who we are. These fields and hills beyond recall, they lift us up and never let us fall. We write on the pages of history, legends to legacy. We will all stand together as one.
this is our land forever. Yeah.
Guarded by angels, heaven on earth.
This is our home.
Gem of the Caribbean, diamond of the world, shine your light on everyone. Yeah, yeah. Our rock in the ocean, our shelter from the storm. Guide us when tomorrow comes. Under your blue sky, let the children sing.
Light up their lives, teach them everything.
A road has been built for us all to be free. Yeah, yeah. Legends to legacy. Oh, we will all stand together as one.
This is our land forever, forever and ever.
Guardian angels, heaven on earth.
This is our home.
Barbados. Good evening, Caribbean. Good evening, the world. You're watching the Marcia Week Show, and we are coming to you live from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Live from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And tonight, I want to say that I give God all the thanks and all the praise for this opportunity to be coming to you live from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. This has been a journey of faith. And here we are in St. Vincent. And yes, I was able to see this beautiful place. It's actually my first time in St. Vincent. And I don't know if anybody else out there has been to St. Vincent before, but this is my first time, and it's been a joy just to see everybody and some of the people that I've met online. You're going to see some of them a little later if my Wi-Fi holds up. Okay, so I'm having two situations here. It's my laptop that needs charging, and the port is different, Dave. It's not, it's the one that needs, yeah, it's not the same kind of port that we have at home, and I did not realize that. So right now my laptop, I'm going to see how much charge I have. If not, Dave will have to continue the show. But when if it goes out, I'm just at a quarter, so it's live, so I'm telling you what are some of the challenges ahead of time. Can you hear me well? Is anybody? Yes. Okay, Shirley said she's been there twice. Well, she's answering. That means she's hearing me. And I'm a big girl. Angela Burke is here. Good night to everybody. I just want to call everybody's name. Teroni, you were first on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to say a big thank you to Judy Jilks, Mavis Lashley. Oh my goodness. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining. We do not take your viewership for granted. We really appreciate you joining. Carol, good night. Marvin, Ali, good night. Dinah Husbands, Patricia Green, and Lori Bob. I'm singing your name all the way from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Ronald Archer, Mavis Lashu, Matthew B, Judith Ann Clark. Hey, Judith Ann. Oh my goodness, I'm going a mile a minute and we have not spoken as yet. That is not good. Sonia Perch, good evening. I'm a big girl now. Good evening, Beverly Prescott, Jackie Allen. Oh goodness, I got your message, Jackie, that you're going to be with us on Sunday. I'm, God willing, I'm getting in to be with you all on Sunday. For sure, for sure, for sure. Yes, that is wonderful, 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 wonderful. And we have who is this? Vihoy, good evening, Vihoy. Vihoy, have you ever been to St. Vincent and the Grenadines? Oh wow. Oh wow. Colin Jones, have you been? Sharon Innes, the Caribbean is so beautiful and the people are lovely. Oh gosh. Shirley, good evening. Good evening, Shirley. Good evening. Good evening. I don't want to miss anybody, I'm so happy to see everybody. Yes, you hear me loud and clear. Loud and clear. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. Yeah. What happened is, I just put my bags down and we rushed out my ride when I got here. So you know how it is with these kinds of things. And my phones is set up in the bedroom with the correct port, but outside where I am, the port I don't have that port. Yeah. Celia Mason, John Clark, how you doing? Oh God, God is the one. We give God all the praise. Yes, I didn't even know, CJ, I'll be able to join you all tonight. You all talk about you miss the show, and I miss you all when I can't get on. Sometimes people say, Marcy, you just don't have a show now, but they don't realize that it's a family, you know. We feed off each other. The education is real. I've been educated watching the show. You've been educated as well watching the show. We rub things off each other. We learn from each other, and that's really what happens here. Owen Hines, yes. Good, Chantel Williams. Good. I am so happy that all of you have joined. I'm going to ask you kindly to like and to share. I need your help in doing that. I'm going to also ask you, if you have friends from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, that you share the link with them. All right, share the link and let them know that we're on, and and have them in the discussion. My time here so far, as I said, has been really, really wonderful. I want to officially state, because I know how things can be. You know, I want you to know that my ticket was privately paid for, by myself, by my husband, and by one of the panelists that's on the show. I like to tell everybody the straight truth of what it is, right? Ticket and accommodation, etc. So I, from myself, from my husband, and one and one panelist. Okay, so please understand, no organization is paying for my ticket. I'm not involved in any interference of any election. And it might sound funny, but I want that to be very clear. That is because, it's always you look to where the money is coming from, to know who's commissioning what and what is happening. Not at all. Not at all. Okay. So, yes, so I want people to know that from me, and you can choose to believe that or not. But I like to be upfront and honest with everybody. I came on my own. I'm not with a political party here. I've been on the streets. My student, a past student of mine, is from St. Vincent, and she's only 20 years old. Reached out to her, and then she brought her friend along, and I'm hopeful that I'm able to show you them in the video. And so they have been helping me around, providing taxes. I want to thank another friend from Barbados who connected me with someone who came and picked me up. And it's just been like that. What for me, what you see is what you get. And lots of young people helping me, actually. And then I had a friend in Barbados who connected me to two pastors. And I've not seen those pastors as yet, but we are in communication. So, guys, that is it. I felt, why am I here, you might ask? And for those who are looking on and telling everybody she's in St. Vincent, what's she doing in St. Vincent? I came to St. Vincent because couple reasons. One is that I believe that this election is going to be very it's historic. It's historic because if the ULP wins, if Mr. Ralph Gonzalez wins again, that would make him a sixth-term president and a prime minister. And that is so unusual in the Caribbean. You hear more of those kinds of things happening in Africa. Isn't that true? But not in the Caribbean. So, it is something, it'll be interesting. It's historic. And then if the NDP wins, then it is also historic. They would be winning power after 25 years. And I thought that we needed to be here to capture that, and to join in with our brothers and sisters to capture that. Some of what the Vincentians have been through, we have been through it with them, especially those of us who, were against taking the vaccine. We remembered what happened to our Vincentian brothers and sisters, and I wanted to meet up with them, and I also wanted to hear from Vincentians if that is going to impact how they vote. Okay. So oh, somebody here saying welcome to my home, Marcia. Welcome. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Welcome to my home, Judy. Wonderful, Judy. Wonderful, Judy. Judy, my WhatsApp number for Barbados, which is still working. Let me put it up, and if you can reach out to me, I'm going to put it up on the screen. Um, Let me try to find that quickly. And so if you're from St. Vincent, you can always give me a call. That phone is charging now because I've been on the road for the entire day. Okay. Yes, so that is also our people's line. And it's 236-7000. I think I can accept calls, WhatsApp calls. We can try WhatsApp calls. Tonight, I believe that I can accept WhatsApp calls. So if you're from St. Vincent, you can also call me and make a comment on the show. So I'm hoping that this Vincent who is on will actually help me, right? Help me to get the word out that I'm on and that people can call in and make their comments. Yes? Okay. So I just wanted to give you that little introduction there. I'm going to get into St. Vincent, but not so quick. Somebody says, oh, is it in St. Vincent? Um, I'm going to show you some videos a little later, but listen, home drums beat first. So I was just giving you a little um, understanding of your to hear from me why I'm here, because it's been so controversial over the last couple of days, people being in St. Vincent. I wanted you to hear from me and why I'm here, what am I doing in St. Vincent. But I want to say to Barbados, come on, guys, it is the Wednesday, November 26th, 4 days before independence, you all. We're celebrating November 30th. And then, because it falls on a Sunday, then we're going to celebrate on Monday too. Happy Independence, Barbados. Happy Independence, Barbados. Happy Independence, Barbados. We can't leave out home, We can't leave out home. Listen, did you get the conkeys? Did you get the leaves of the conkeys? Yeah. Did you get the banana leaves, Barbados? When I come back home, listen, conkeys. Did you get the banana leaves? As yet, did you buy up the pumpkin and the raisins? And do you have coconuts? I got lots of coconuts. This year, my husband says, I'm making the conkeys. Don't ask me why he said he will make the conkeys. I know some of you know why. But I heard my husband, who he can cook, but he doesn't really cook, says he is going to make the conkeys. Can anybody guess why? Dave, see, I forget even the cornmeal. I forget the cornmeal, Vihor. So you know why Dave has decided that he is making the conkeys this year. Oh, Lord. Teroni, you don't want any of those conkeys. I don't think you want any. I make them the way I make cuckoo. Listen, listen, you all know my business, When you start like this, you make me laugh out so loud. Because I hear my husband, I say, he don't too like the ones I make. Corn flour, you see what I mean? And they told me last year and I still forget. But I love the Bajan culture, so I go and try. I'm going to try. I use the blender. I use the blender. Oh, Mimi, you're making conkeys. Oh, wow. Yes, he knows the real ingredients. And so the Bajan man said he gonna make his conkeys. Leave him alone. You understand? Okay. So folks, Um, we are listen, please enjoy, and we have a song for you here for Independence. Dave has one, and we just want to say Happy Independence, Barbados. We can't leave out Barbados. Go right ahead, Dave.
My country to me is a sense of feeling free and having the right to speak your mind now. That is my country to me. It is the air I breathe. I'm so proud to be born here, and the love and beauty that surround us. We share it day by day. That is my country to me. I will not look down. I will always keep my head up high and share with pride and industry. And people will always respect what Barbados means to me. My country to me. My country to me. Is the children's family loving each other. That is my country to me. It is the air I breathe. I'm so proud to be born here, and the love and beauty that surround us. We share it day by day. That is my country to me. I will not look down. I will always keep my head up high and share with pride and industry. And people will always respect what Barbados means to me. My country to me. My country to me. Is a sense of feeling. Is a sense of having the right to speak your mind now. That is my country to me. 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 That is my country to
Wow. You know, listening to this song, you can't listen to it without a smile on your face, and you're moving your head side to side, and you're just rocking. Anybody else listen to that song like that? It's like it starts and you just start.
I
Oh,
do, but
okay.
it's
Wait,
hard.
wait, wait, wait. We're not. I think my hand touched something. Listen, I am doing some of the technical stuff, right? So for the first time, I'm uploading from the camera. Oh boy, my husband taught me before I left home this morning, and you should hear me call him just before. I said I forgot where to put this and where to do this and where to do, and I said a prayer because that's my go-to, and I think I got it. So I'm going to see. Yes, okay. So I'm going to see. I also have Mr. Victor Lewis here with me, and he's going to come in, and I'm going to introduce him before I play the video, only because I don't know how much longer this computer is going to hold up. So I'm just going to introduce him, and he knows that if I you know, if something happens technically and he doesn't see me on the screen, he knows he has to keep talking till I get back on. All right. Zico, who was supposed to be here tonight, is not feeling well. And I'm craving your prayers for him. He had a little emergency today. So please pray for Zico. Please, please. Okay. Please pray for Zico. All right. So let me just let Mr. Victor Lewis greet you. Good night, Mr. Lewis.
Yes, good night, ma'am. I speak better around this time when I get conquist to eat, but things are kind of brown my side. Good night to the loyal opposition. How you
Yes,
doing, Marcia?
I am doing great. I'm doing great.
Wonderful,
I'm
man.
Vincent,
Wonderful,
Vincent
wonderful.
and the Grenadines, as you know. And
Hmm.
have you ever been here before?
Yes, I've been there and I've been over to back way, and I had to pay money to go and use the bathroom. But
What do you mean?
I never forget that one.
What do you mean? You pay money
I had to pay $5 DC to go to use the bathroom when I got off this shit.
when you got off this ship? Oh
Yeah,
wow.
that was in back there, but we just smile, and I said, well, this is just a moment in time, enjoy it all.
Yes.
So it was great. It was great.
Yes.
I
Yes.
love back where I love St. Vincent, man. Beautiful.
Yes, well, it's my first time. It's really my
Uh-huh.
first time.
Great,
We've
great.
had, layovers, I think we had a few hours where we came out of the airport, but that was it.
Hmm.
But it's
Hmm.
my very first time in the country, enjoying the people, enjoying everything. So I'm very, very happy to be here. The people, they're lovely, wonderful Caribbean people. And it's you're gonna hear from them, just now. I know that you went and you saw Joe's River. You went down there
Uh-huh.
and you have a special picture to show and video. But I'm going
Yeah.
to leave that later, okay? Because so you're with me the whole night. You can
Yeah,
comment on
man.
comment on the videos until when I'm gone. Then we can
Yeah,
do
yeah,
Joe's
yeah,
River,
yeah,
okay?
yeah, yeah. Fine, fine.
All right, so I'm doing the honors tonight. So let's hope this works. So this is one of the videos that I took here in town in Kingstown today. Okay, so let's watch it and then let's have a discussion about it. We are in. We are in. Where are we? Where are we, guys?
We are in Kingstown.
You're in Kingstown.
Yes, we are.
Step on this fucking black man. You
We're at the downtown market.
Step on.
This is
So we're in Kingstown at the downtown
vegetable
market,
market, right?
downtown vegetable
This is
market.
the main market though. Over there, these are just little ones, as Danica said, for the
Right.
tourists.
So these are some smaller markets. I
Right.
hope after we have lunch or we here and see and right. And as we're walking,
Our Iron Man.
Iman,
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Right in the middle of Kingstown. He represents all our fallen soldiers.
Oh, what was the war?
Our war was between the British and us. So we have this one, we have one.
War between the British and the
Garinagu.
Garinagu. See, I'm trying to learn to change that.
So we have, and the Caribs.
And the
as well.
Caribs.
Yes. Because at the time the Caribs were the most prominent culture, where our chief, which is Joseph Chatoyer, who was leading the war to the British. Right. So after he died, we do independence every year. We go to Sand Hill where they claim that he's buried.
Oh, in Sign Hill.
Yes.
Oh, good.
And
That's
then
where
we
I'm staying.
Garsetcher Hill, sorry.
Okay.
But it's right next to Sand
Sign
Hill.
Hill.
Same
Okay,
area.
same area.
We have this one. We have one out on an island, a small island off of St. Vincent.
Right.
That's called Rockport. We also have Port Charlotte, where we now use as a women's prison, where the base for the Caribs were.
Right. Okay. This is wonderful, and I can see the influence of the Caribs on the faces of the people. You know, the cheekbones and the skin color and all that. You guys see that influence.
We have all shapes, size, colors, everything.
So guys, this is Mike on the Move, and we are live in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, walking the streets of Kingstown. And this is so wonderful to be here. My first time. Yeah, it's my first time actually here, and I came here to get a sense of the country for the. And so we are going for lunch, and we're just walking. Yeah, so we are just walking the streets. Look, I like his shirt. What is your shirt saying? Together we win. So you're voting tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're voting tomorrow for what? What party?
Siobhan John.
Siobhan John.
I'm here, John.
You're John?
Yeah.
Ah, so you're voting tomorrow.
Yeah.
So you think your party's gonna win tomorrow?
Yeah. Victory.
Victory? You're sure?
Yeah.
Siobhan John all the way.
Yeah.
All right. Okay then. All the best. Yeah. All right. What's he say? We are live right here.
Yellow is a code.
Yellow is a code?
All the time.
Yellow is a code. Hold the red.
Red is danger.
Yeah? Yellow is a code. You're saying yellow is a code?
Yeah, yellow is the code.
You're voting tomorrow?
All the time. NDP, yellow is the code. Right through.
Right through. You're voting tomorrow?
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
I want to get them up.
You make up your mind?
Get the wicked.
Is a wicked?
The wicked again? The wicked again?
The wicked again.
The real wicked man.
Yeah? All right. All
They
right.
They have 25 years.
25 years.
Nothing happening. And they body ball and the youth and all ball and girls and all prostitute upon the street. Yellow is the code.
Yellow is a Yellow is a code.
All
Oh,
the
wow.
poor people money.
This man saying yellow is a code too?
Right now.
Eh? All right. Oh boy, she got a shirt there, Nigel Stevenson. In the South Leeward. Oh wow. Okay. Well, it seems like, so far at the airport the people were saying, yeah, I'm red. So I don't know.
I mean, everybody have their own point of view.
Yeah.
Why they're voting for whoever they're
Right, yeah. This guy has a shirt on over here. Hello. Can I talk to you? Like your shirt. So I'm doing some pre-election interview. I'm from Barbados. I'm not here to interfere in your election. So I see your shirt there. So you're excited about tomorrow?
Very excited.
You're very excited? Why are you so very excited?
This Prime Minister of Vincent needs to go.
Needs to go.
Needs to go. Swear to God. Fed up.
Have you ever voted before?
No, but what I've heard and I've researched is very...
Yeah, so it's your first time voting.
Yes. And
Are you
it's my decision.
Are you excited?
Excited.
Let me see your shirt. So, then the day after Thursday, you say it's going to be?
Friday.
Oh, it's going to be Friday too?
Friday.
Yeah?
Of course,
But this
yes.
man wearing a red shirt.
This is my money on short. This is not a labor or NDP.
So what that mean? What does that mean? So how tomorrow going? You're voting tomorrow?
If I voted tomorrow,
Huh? Did I vote? You voting tomorrow?
If I voted tomorrow?
You're not going to bother to vote.
you know, me can't wait till the morning reach.
You can't wait for the morning?
That's man.
Yeah, that's going to be it. So red then for you tomorrow.
Oh man, you crazy?
But wait, I don't understand.
This is what me spend for my, There's not no party on here. This is for me own.
No, she does not.
No, she know that. No.
No, I know it's easy. So yellow is the code for you too?
Of course, yellow is the
Let me see your hand. You have on all the bands on the hand and everything.
Yellow is
Wow.
the code.
He's super serious
Yellow is
about
the
the
code.
thing. Yellow is the code. Oh wow. Yeah. Yellow. All right. Yeah, boy.
The mic is on or no?
No, I'm using this one. I'm using that one. Didn't get a chance to turn it on. Yeah, I can turn it on. So, folks, we are here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's before the elections, and we are talking to people, just giving you a sense of what's happening. Yeah, we thought you were ahead of us. Yeah. But the people are friendly and willing to speak. That's very...
About elections.
It's elections.
Everybody will have something to say.
Right?
So I'm going to teach you how to cross the street bad.
Yes, okay, so I'm being taught how to talk. So, we just walk.
Yeah. That's
So
it.
I'm being taught how to walk, to cross the street. Terribly. So they're teaching me all the bad habits here. So yeah, we got another shirt here. That's another shirt. I like your shirt. How you doing? You're voting tomorrow?
Yes, please. All these as the morning start.
Early? What time you going to the voting?
Time I reach 5 o'clock.
You're reaching at 5 o'clock?
5 o'clock.
You going 5? But
5 o'clock.
what time it opens?
I think it's about 6 o'clock around it open.
It open at 6 and you're getting there 5?
5 o'clock.
Where is your station? Where is your
My zone is Central Kings.
Central?
Yeah, Central Kings.
So you think this is you guys gonna be
Yes.
victorious?
We doing the bars
But
tomorrow.
lots of the ULP people said they're going to be victorious.
Well, we go see about tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
I hope they get them painkiller.
Painkiller?
Hope they get them painkiller tomorrow.
Oh Lord, all right.
Yes.
All the best,
Yes.
okay?
Have a good day.
Yes. I haven't got, folks, I have not seen anybody come up to me or want to talk to me about ULP so far, except the airport. Except the airport. The airport, the guy told me clearly he couldn't wait till tomorrow either. Also, and he is going to be voting ULP, right? So I think it's looked like it's going to be a tight one. I'm not sure.
It was looking like this the last election as well.
It was really.
Yeah. And then ULP won again.
Oh, and the people felt that the other party was going to win.
They were like, yeah, we're winning this year. That's the thing. And then boom.
You serious?
Yep.
They just leave it.
Yeah, we're not waiting on you. Oh, I'm hungry. We're not waiting on you until I'm done.
Okay, so really and truly, they could be rejoicing like this and celebrating too early.
Yeah, could be.
Did you notice any difference with this election though?
No.
With this election period?
Excuse my French, but it's the same bullshit.
Okay. So it didn't seem any different to you?
That's why I'm not voting.
Okay.
That's exactly why I'm not voting.
Okay.
That is one of the reasons.
One of the reasons, yeah. Where is this? Oh, look at the arches. Tell us about these arches again.
It is the city of Arches.
Right. So you used to Kings
95% of the building here is going to have
Arches. So this was called the city of Arches before it became Kingstown.
Yes.
Right, and so we have an example of the arches here. Yeah, all the way down. Why did they change it to Kingstown? Hello. All right.
Because
What?
they changed a lot of the names of the towns in my grandmother's time.
Mm-hmm.
So Kingstown, Chateaubelair, like they're not really English words.
Right, because I noticed that.
So we have Layu. Thing. This is VJ's. This is where you're gonna have lunch.
So okay, so let's give them a little plug. So we're going into BJ's, a true taste of St. Vincent. What are we going to eat?
We're gonna find
All right, so here we go. Here we go, BJ, the true taste of St. Vincent. Okay. Sorry?
They don't have food there.
They don't?
No, I don't see food there.
Oh.
Where's my mother?
So, yeah, this looks like it would have been great. You want to check? Everything finished? Nothing to have there? Okay, folks. Okay, so we have a little break right there. That's one of the videos. I saw you were smiling, and you seem to have been all into it, Mr. Lewis.
Yes,
Um,
man. Yes, yes. You know. Yeah, that's the Caribbean, man. That's the Caribbean. Whenever you go to the Caribbean, you know, you can feel so relaxed. Anytime you go to the Caribbean island, there's St. Lucia, Dominica, you know, Carriacou, and those places,
yes,
Grenada. Whenever you go there, you just feel, you know, so at home in terms of the culture, in terms of the people. You can just relax and do your stuff, you know.
yes. And it's true. It was very relaxing, and because I don't know the people well, I tried to make. I tried, as you saw in the video, to make um a comment to somebody in a shirt, hoping that they would want to speak,
Right,
etc.
right.
And I was hoping to have seen more others in the ULP shirt, but I didn't see them. Not that they did not exist. When I got to the airport, I did see one man, and he had on a red shirt because he was working there as a taxi, and he still said that he voting red. He wearing red shirt for work. He voting red, but I have not seen anybody in a shirt, a ULP shirt, where I was. But again, I just came today, and later on, as I show, if I get the opportunity to show some more videos, which I probably should start setting that up now, because I'm down. The charge is going down. But I didn't see a lot, and the energy, those people who who are wearing the yellow shirts, they are more eager to get out there, Mr. Lewis. I don't know what you make of that.
Well, you know, that's rather interesting because I watched Ralph Gonzalez last night, you know, and I saw this whole big swarm of people. So I was of the opinion that when you reached there, you would have been, you know, clouded with a whole lot of folks still wanting to come in, etc. That it wouldn't be you traveling the streets and you ain't only encountering yellow shirts. You should be encountering quite a lot of red shirts for comment. But maybe, you know, it can give you to the fact that you haven't been in much of the areas thus far. So it mightn't be fair to conclude, you know, that there's any non-representation in
Hmm.
terms of the shirts, etc.
Yes, yes, most definitely, most definitely. Well, there's another one I'm going to try to see if we can actually play it before. If I can do this the way Dave does it. Dave, I think I opened it several times. I hope I'm not in trouble, Dave. Okay, let's see. I don't know. I'm trying, Dave. I'm trying to get it done, folks. In the meantime, please share, please like and share. Uh, in the meantime, please like and share. Please like and share in the meantime. Is it this one? Okay, I'm doing my best here. All right, let's see. Let's see if I can get this one opened. Why are you so ready? Okay, so which
The
man
man
is
is a
that?
demon.
Oh
Listen to
Lord.
me. When I was selling on the street, them
Why are you so ready?
people get rid of the man.
Which
The
man
man
is
is a
that?
demon.
Oh
Listen to
Lord.
me. When I was selling on the street, them sign a contract to get rid of the vendors and them off the road. And then show with the vendors and them stuff. And then show them sino. When they start to take them, they start to carry the Salvation Army. And in the prison, and Salvation Army tell them they may want them because that is theft. So they start to carry them to prison and pull home because Salvation Army set out that is theft. That is wicked government. I cannot vote for that wicked government.
Okay.
Wickedness. They try to stifle the young people business. So we're not begging them. They may want to give a work and we start to do something for ourselves and then try to destroy we. So I cannot vote for Labour.
Okay.
Labour can't work for me. I have to work for my own thing, what I want.
Right. Did you vote for Labour last time?
I never voted for Labour yet. Never in my life.
Yeah.
Since I small, I just set out I was not going to vote for Labour and I never voted for
Never
them.
voted. And this lady, what you saying?
No vendor, no public servant
Should not vote for Labour.
should vote for this wicked administration.
Why?
Because of the vaccine mandate,
destroy people.
and they try to destroy our small business. They just try to destroy us from feeding our family.
Oh, this is your business here?
Yes, please.
How long you been here?
When they put us in the market, I was over there before, and the Villa Market put us in the market and said we have to pay $30 a week, and it's impossible to pay $30 a week when you're not making any money. So we came on the street and we fight to survive. They send tongue board throw us stuff in the garbage, take us to court to pay for all kind of t-shirts and all kind of things. So we cannot vote for this administration. It's time for them to.
So you're voting tomorrow?
Definitely. I'm getting up all the afternoon and I'm voting.
You're voting tomorrow?
I will be voting in South Leeward.
Wow. So you're
My zone is major.
You're voting too? What are you voting for? ULP. Why are you voting for ULP? NDP. I thought you said ULP. I'm trying to find somebody voting for ULP. Who voting for you? You voting ULP?
Me? Never.
Why not?
No, please.
Why?
Never.
Why?
I'm voting for my children and future. ULP is not my children and future.
You're not voting for ULP?
No. Woman not any voting for ULP.
Which one?
Pretty hot up there.
Oh, okay. I'll go up that side.
I'm voting for them.
But you're not voting for them?
I'm voting, but not for ULP.
So you're voting tomorrow morning?
Of course.
Okay. And wait, I see a man here. Wait, look at his thing. You voting?
For NDP.
NDP too?
Yeah.
Oh my
NDP.
God. So where the ULP supporters are?
No, please, miss.
NDP is my choice.
Your choice?
Yes, NDP is my choice.
I see, okay. And this gentleman here, he's working with his
There's no ULP supporters here that destroy our property and show them in the garbage. And tell we must go for hard work to do and not take our stuff and throw it away.
We have the same thing too. We have the same thing too. I pay NDP people that I there too. Come here, Taba.
Wow.
Ten. Me got 14 tank. Me not look at 10 because I am. We two last 10 belong to we. We not lose with 6. So we don't go right there. I'm going to tell you that to you.
All right. We'll go this way. Well, listen, folks, I'm trying to find somebody. Oh, this is the lady here, the ULP lady. I bet you, you're ULP. Excellent. So, why are you voting ULP?
I love ULP.
You love ULP?
Yes, my love.
So you're going out early tomorrow morning?
Yes, my love.
Yes, early. And this lady too, ULP? You're voting tomorrow? You have to vote? So you're happy with the government?
I'm not answering that question.
You're not answering? Okay. I don't have the camera on you.
I'll answer the question.
Okay. No answer.
We're voting tomorrow.
You're voting tomorrow?
Yes, voting.
Excuse me, please.
Yes.
Yes, voting.
All right.
It's our right.
You're voting tomorrow? Okay.
It's our right. We have to vote.
Yes, everybody here voting tomorrow? It's your right to vote. Okay. Anybody here voting tomorrow? The lady, they're yellow or you're voting what, red? Well, but you're looking so sweet in that yellow.
Thank you.
Yeah? Voting tomorrow?
No.
No voting for you tomorrow. No? Okay, mix. All right. Not from here. Okay. Okay. Oh.
I'm going home.
You're going home?
Yes.
All right. So then you're voting tomorrow?
Not sure yet.
Not sure. You haven't made up your mind yet.
No.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That's it, guys. Some people made up their mind fully what they're doing. Some people not sure yet. Wow, this lady look like she gonna vote tomorrow. Hello. Hi. Oops, the camera not on your face, but I was looking at your shirt. Major St. Clair. Okay. So you're voting tomorrow then?
Exactly so.
Yeah. Okay. And I get
Have to.
why you have to.
Yellow is the code.
Yellow is a code?
You have to
You too,
because-
but you wear orange.
No, she ain't live here.
She don't live here. Okay.
No.
All right.
That's the
Okay.
thing.
But you have to vote tomorrow.
We have to.
Okay.
It's a must.
It's a must.
We have to get a change.
Yeah,
So
must.
I continue in this mess.
In that, all right. Okay then.
Need a
All the
change.
best.
Yeah. See you
Yeah.
too, my love.
Okay. Wow. People serious, what? Okay, another guy here. So as I'm walking in town, I'm seeing people, if they're in shirts, I've only seen yellow shirts. So, but it could be where I am, I'm not sure if that's the reason. We're still in Kingstown. What's the name of the street? B Street? B Street. Hi, girl, Kenny, you're voting tomorrow?
Of course.
You're voting? Can I video you? Yeah? And,
ready?
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, and how it going for you?
Like the same.
Huh?
Same.
The same. So you're keeping it what it is.
I got change. I got change. If it have a sister.
But you don't know. You don't want to say what you're doing, but you're voting.
I'm voting.
Oh, are you eager to vote?
Not really.
Not really?
If I wake up tomorrow and don't feel like I ain't going.
Oh my goodness. And you should go and exercise your rights. You should. Yeah, you're voting tomorrow? Yeah?
Labour win, NDP win. Still got work.
You still have to work. You still have to live, but yeah. Yeah, lady, you made up your mind already? What are you doing? What are you doing? Just keeping it the same way or you're changing? Same way. You like what is happening? Well, I found some ULP supporters. All right. Yeah. ULP supporters quiet, man. Why? Why they so quiet? What do you think is the reason? I don't understand. They're so, because the others are loud. Okay, so guys, this is a huge, oh my God, look at this billboard across there, guys. Look at that billboard. Wow, that is massive. We're crossing. That is massive, y'all. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen a billboard this big. I don't think I've ever seen a big billboard this big. Yeah, where are we going? Okay. Folks, this is going to be something tomorrow night. The place is charged, the people ready to go. And this is us in Kingstown, turning into evening right now. And so this is the Marcia Week Show, Mike on the Move. And we are seeking to give you an idea of what's happening here in Kingstown. Ready for tomorrow? Yeah. Yeah? You make up your mind?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Out.
Out? So you going for the change? Oh boy, you serious?
Big change.
Big change tomorrow. Enough.
Time enough.
Time enough now for
Yeah.
you. Yes. All the best with your stuff. Okay. Yeah. Right. This is where we were. Right.
That's your mom?
All right. No.
Bagay don't come with me. You know, share the name. You know, share the name, but share the entry in the
So, guys, that's it. That's it, folks. That's it, folks. Okay, can you hear me?
We'll
Yes,
get rid of the
Marcia, you
man.
can.
Which
The
man
man
is
is a
that?
demon.
I'm trying to. Okay, Dave has helped me. Okay.
That's on them off
All
the
right.
road.
Oh, Dave, Dave,
And then show with the
Dave,
vendors on them.
Dave. It started again. Okay, Dave helping me. All right. Can you hear me, Mr.?
Yes, I'm hearing you, Marcia. Seems as though
Okay,
you're
all right.
breaking up a bit.
Okay, good. Good, good. Yes, because I'm going to have to leave you now because because the battery is yeah. So I'm gonna go, and Dave, I leave you to talk about Joe's River. Dave has some videos, etc., for you. So just talk to the audience about what you saw in Joe's River. Let me sort this out, okay?
All right, no problem at all. Dave, if you can pull up for me the I think you would have quite a lot of documents there if you have the one that was the actual package for the court case, because I want to look at that a bit, and there's some things that I'm seeing there. I don't want to be able to be in a position to analyze them too deep, but there's some things on there that I'm looking at that I think is of some degree of interest. If you can pull the first video up, then the first still picture is one that was sent showing the current state of the current state of at the entrance to the bridge. You can pull that one up. I'm certain that the folks would love to see what that environment looks like. And I'm certain when the folks look at that, they will have an appreciation as to where we are at. And today being the 26th of November, we're looking at some wonderful activities coming on Sunday. So I want to say to you that lots of folks from the area, they're coming out already and supporting the soup. Lots of folks are donating things, and this is wonderful. So we look forward for a wonderful time then come Sunday. We're hoping though to go from sometime after lunch. I would have been to the area yesterday, so I did some debushing on the northern side of the bridge and on the southern side of the bridge, and I went under the bridge and I did some cutting down the trees. Some folks have volunteered to come on out tomorrow evening, and we'll be doing some cutting of the grass underneath that we can travel. So I want to say to the folks, that um, there was a morning I was exercising. I think that was Tuesday morning, yesterday morning. My wife and I exercising, so we decided to take this route back home. And I'm passing there. This is what I saw. That on the 25th of November 2025, we now have a seemingly basic recollection of what we had before. And when the video is shown after a while, I would want to convey to you why I said, you know, a basic representation, because there's some areas too there that we're concerned about. So, you know, a big round of applause that we don't have that wall there anymore. So, Dave, if you can play the video for us, the video that goes with this. That's the still photo. I think that's the still photo. No, not that one. You're going right back, going right back up. Nothing that came today. There were two videos. There's one that showed the still, and then there's another video there where we're showing actually, you know, both the left and the right of the bridge, showing what currently exists and how what kind of assessment we're making based upon what is being observed there. So if you can find that video, and the video certainly depicts the bridge. We have the bridge. I'm coming from the Bathsheba side, which we call the south. I'm traveling towards the bridge, and I'm examining what's on the left. You know, when we talk about what transpired there relative to the court orders, the court ordered that all the barriers be taken down. It's a video. It's not a still, right? Guys, can go right ahead.
Yes, yeah. As you can appreciate, all is my strength this morning. This was my observation.
So if you can hold it there, just start it there for me. Start it there for me, Dave. Right. So that is on the right hand side of the bridge. That's the route that would take you down to the cup and saucer. So the court requested that they remove all the barriers. So those things that were placed there during the stage of construction must be removed, because technically speaking, that to a large extent in the path where we have to travel. And if you continue the video there slightly again, Dave, right to the right, stop there, right to the right, you can see that piece of board. There's a stake protruding there in the air. That if you're not careful, you would hit your foot onto that stake, and it's a 5/8 piece of high tensile steel, right? That's pointing up in the air. Just look to the right of the board, and you see that piece of steel pointing up. Now, all those things must be removed, because those, in actual fact, are still barriers for safe travel from the top into the cup and sauce or anywhere onto the bridge. So as far as we are concerned, if you would hear my comment on the video, continue the video there, I'm there.
Side that has to come out. And of course this gradient needs to be addressed. But I'm thankful that the process has started.
Right, hold it there. I am assuming that the process has been started, but what I saw there, it didn't really convince me to some extent that these folks understand that the actual terrain, the actual profile of that area must be changed and brought back to how it used to be before, where people can safely traverse from the top into the bridge, into the gully area, or into the cup and saucer safe. Whenever we come to that bridge, we will take it on the left-hand side or the landward side and go onto the bridge. Now, all of that mud, all of that gravel that is there must be graded down to a point where people can safely walk into that area. At present, they have not done that. So that is why I made that statement that these folks have started. Because if it is of their opinion that they can just remove the blocks, remove the steel, and then just, seem to float off the area and think that's it. No. Because I would have taken some photos yesterday. I did the video yesterday after I finished off. I took some other photos and I would have sent them off to Chris. And he has said to me that he's going to send them off to our council, and the court would need to address that. So it is my belief that there's some form of representation in the court who will go out to see that the actual request of the court in actual fact transpired, or that in actual fact it was followed up, that work was done, and it is done to the standard that the court expects. Because if there was a block, if you have placed something in the way, then the court is requesting that you move it, not just the physical blocks that they were building the wall, but that they repair the surfaces and the gradients to a safe level where individuals can traverse on the left or traverse on the right safely. And that is what we are focusing on. Now, they haven't certainly contributed to the growth of the trees. Of course, you know, the area was neglected to some extent. So that is why we're going to move in. Hopefully, again, tomorrow evening, we'll be cutting the grass, etc., to try to get it, you know, back up to the standard that we would have had it before. So continue the video, Dave.
I must also pay attention to this gradient, which was caused by the developer, that needs also now to be reduced, bringing a nice gradient back to this point of entrance. So this gradient needs to be worked on. But again, I'm thankful that the process has started. So let's just stay put to see how things materialize.
All right, beautiful. So then we'll be sitting back, we'll be relaxing and looking to see how things will transpire from here, because certainly they must understand that the state of the entrance on both the left and the right were not like that. When they start to go and dig the foundation out and install those walls, I don't expect them to go down to the base now, take out the concrete and take out all the steel and everything in the matting. No, you don't. That's not necessary. But that's not my decision. That's the decision of the court. But that's only my opinion. But of course, what I'm saying there is that the danger that it currently poses is that we don't have a safe gradient where people can safely walk from the top to the left or to the right. If you go to the right, lots of folks have attempted that before, and they skate on the gravel and they fall. And of course, you're going to fall backwards. You can break your back, you can hurt your back, or break your neck, as the case may be, because it is very steep. And also now on the left, it's a bit more comfortable, but it has a gradient there. It has a very steep entrance, and it is not in the best interest to ask people to traverse in that current state. We do it, we have to do it slow, and it is not the best. It is not safe. And I'm asking then that we just play it easy until such time that, you know, just hoping that these individuals understand, well, we've started and we're waiting on, you know, excavator or bobcat or whatever to go down there and just deal with the grading at the top and grading on the left and grading on the right. So I don't know. Maybe they have that in their plans, and I'm looking forward for that. But, you know, I'm certain that we are all happy that the wall is no longer there. And I would want to say again, many thanks to all the individuals who supported us in this venture, especially the loyal opposition. Now, I've said to you before that I have a thesis relative to this whole process. And if you would have seen me on the last show, I would have said clearly that I'm not here to give any statements relative to political correctness. My first focus, my first obligation is to my creator. God. And anytime that I speak, I will be telling the truth. If it is politically correct, well, fine. I don't have a difficulty with that. But I'm not going to be here seeking to go for political correctness because in that process, you are forced to tell lies. And I'm not here to tell any lie. So I'm just going to see it as it is. As I would have recalled in court, the judge says, Mr. Lewis, you're here to speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And thank God it was a tough period of time. I'm smiling now, and of course I was smiling in court, but it was an interesting phase that Christopher, Sharon, and I would have gone through as we gave our evidence. Now, quick, David, you can find the case for me. If you can find the case, that's the 42. I'm hearing this whole thing about a 48-page document, but I only got 42 pages. So I don't know if that is a mistake or if if I was given an edited version that is only 42 pages, but I'm hearing some people talk about 48 pages. So if there's a 6 pages that's missing, I don't know about those other 6 pages. If it's a mistake or otherwise, let me know. But I have a 42-page document, and I would just love to share it with a loyal opposition. So, Dave, if you can pull it up for me, if you can pull that document up, and I would want to go to pages 1 and 2, pages 1 and 2, but we can go through the whole document. I would have sent it out, folks, have been the recipients of the document, and certainly, if you want to get it, you can give me a call. I'll send it to you so that you can read through everything. It's now public knowledge. And if you would have seen the nation, in actual fact, it seems as though the entire document has been placed in the nation. So whatever you saw in the nation, I think that was last Sunday. Um, if you would have looked at that, exactly what's in this document is the same as to what was in the nation. So, David, if you can find that document for me, it starts off with this whole concept of a prologue, which is an introduction to the document, an introduction to the information to come, right? So, I would want for us to see that and do some analysis of it. Um, I want to echo this thought, that I want for us to go along. This whole thing about network. It appears to me as though there is currently some degree of network involved in this whole aspect. So Joe Zimmer is not a standalone. It is not separate and distinct. It seems to be part of a network, part of a plan, not only in the St. Joseph area, but throughout this island, Barbados. And if you can recall my comments on several shows back, I would have asked rhetorically for you to check with Peter, and you would be able to hear quite a lot. Just scroll it up there for me. Scroll it up there for me, Dave. Just come back down a bit, right? Hold it right there. Just come back down slightly. Go up to the point where it says decision, and uh, no, scroll down. The decision there, and you will see it there. Scroll the other way, other way. Right. Scroll down till you see a date. Now scroll again. No. Scroll down. Down. No, the other way. Down. Scroll down. hold there right there. You see there on the heard, the case was heard when? The case was heard the 10th, the 11th, and the 12th. So I was in court the 10th, the 11th, and the 12th. I gave evidence on the 11th. Then the 12th was the summation, the closing remarks, the conclusion to it. So that was given by the defendant and certainly by the claimant. On the 10th, the evidence was given by Chris and Sharon. But if we look at that date there, the 20th, the 20th. Now today is what day? Today is the 26th. So tomorrow being Thursday is the 27th. So then the decision was made on this matter when? The decision was made on this matter on the 20th. That would be last week, Thursday would be the 20th. That's when the decision was made. And it was made public. This, what date it was made public again, Dave? Because today being Wednesday, I'm just trying to recollect my dates in terms of the timing because I want to zero in on the date, the 20th. And if you can scroll again up the to the prologue, up, right, to the prologue, right, hold there on number 2. On Sunday the 16th of November, 2025, 4 days later, so 4 days after the case concluded, this was posted in the newspaper, in the Sunday, it was a Sunday Sun or the Nation, whatever. So then the case being heard on the 10th, the 11th, and the 12th, and 4 days after we left court, this was placed in the newspaper, front page. Saying that there was a twist and seeking to, in some way, make derogatory or very low and undermining comments relative to Mr. Lewis's position. And I thought that that was rather interesting. I'm a former police officer, and I would have liked to think within myself that it is rather unfortunate that a case being held in the High Court, and we have individuals who are, well tailored in the legal field. And it is very unfortunate to think that what I saw in the newspaper clearly represents an individual who either sat in the court or was given a document lock, stock, and barrel. And I really have to scratch my head, because they are my out there, enjoying my hike Sunday morning. I way up in St. John, all up in Church View, St. John, enjoying myself. And I just pulled my phone out and saw this coming from Chris, who is so concerned that this can happen. So then, 4 days after this, a decision was made. And the decision was made based on these two. The matter was tried in the High Court on Monday through Wednesday, 10th to the 12th, 2025. The court reserved its decision and indicated to the parties that it would render a decision soon. I came out of heard of court hearing that we would be able to hear what the decision of the judges by December 7th. By December 7th. To my shock, I'm sitting in the kitchen, phone in hand, to see up in my WhatsApp document from our counsel, Mr. Nichols, and a 42-page document. And it says decision. So you know me, I scrolled through the 42 pages to see what's at the end. So go to the end there for me, Dave. Go to the end. Go to page number 42, where it says orders. Right. The judgment is entered. Orders, orders, go back to orders. Yeah, judgment is entered for the claimants against the defendant. Number two, effective immediately. In its perpetuity, the court declares that there is an absolute and indefeasible prescriptive public right of way at the southern end of the Tenby footbridge at Tenby, Joseph St. Joseph, facing the direction to Bathsheba, which goes both east and west, left and right, being very specific. I love it. Into the Joseph Basin, and includes the Joseph Basin in the immediate environs of the Tenby footbridge, the path leading up to Teacup and Saucer, the concrete monument, and the area immediately surrounding the monument. Number three there, Dave. The defendant is permanently restrained from causing or permitting, whether by itself or its agents and or its servants, the erecting of any obstruction of whatsoever kind, including but not limited to concrete walls, anywhere in the declared prescriptive right of way identified at paragraph 2. Beautiful. Any structure of whatsoever which has been erected in the path. Oh, I love it. Any structure of whatsoever kind which has been erected in the path of the prescriptive public right of way described and declared in paragraph 2 above by the defendants, its agents, and or servants shall be dismantled and removed immediately by the defendant. Hold it on 4. Hold it on 4. Any structure, whatsoever kind, which, so this tells me clearly, it is not only the blocks, but you got to move those two pieces of wall. Any structure, any makes it definitively clear that we are not talking specifically about blocks and steels, but any structure that is in the pathway. So everything that you have placed in the pathway must be removed. That's clear. Number 5, cost is awarded to the claimants against the defendant to be assessed if not agreed, certified for to counsel. That means Gregory must get paid. Simple. All the cost of this case goes to the defendant. So Gregory, in colloquial terms, go on clear. So I want to say, when we look at this document, when we look at this case, it just caused me to scratch my head as to why that was placed in the newspaper on the 16th. Why? And this is my analysis. I could be wrong. And I don't have no difficulty with that. You know, there's something called suicide. There's suicide, there's homicide, and then there's euthanasia. But suicide, homicide, or euthanasia, they all have one thing in common: closure. So when one commits suicide, it brings closure to them. When there's homicide, it brings closure to somebody else. When there's euthanasia, closure is brought when some person decides that there is no hope. So they close it gracefully. So I looked at this case and I just wondered, how is it that people who are so people are who are so well versed with the law and proceedings could make such a mistake? But let me put the word mistake in inverted commas, because I don't believe that people who are so well versed with the law and well versed with court proceedings will do something of that nature unless it was suicide, homicide, or euthanasia to bring closure. How can we best bring closure to this entire case without making us look bad, without making us feel in any way, losers? But of course, I said before, and I hold my position to that there are no losers in this case. Justice prevailed. So when we look at this document, when we look at what transpired and who did it, I had to ask myself, when I look at the prologue, meaning that all that comes after focuses on the two of these, focuses one on the case being tried, the 10th, the 11th, and the 12th, including number 2, this information going into the newspaper. And I can't recall, but there's somewhere in this document where the judge refers to the newspaper article. And I'm certain you would have heard Mr. Nichols speaking about that. He don't know how people can do something of that nature. I don't know, but that is what Mr. Nichols said, right? I don't know if it has a theatrical dimension to it, but that is what he said. He don't know. But these are people who are well versed with the law. How could you do something like that? You can do something like that if you are going the route of euthanasia, where you gracefully bow out. You decide, I have lost this case already. I know that we did nonsense at Joseph. I know that what we did was not in accordance with the law. So let's look at a graceful way of bowing out. So we will go and put this in the newspaper to automatically default. You know, when you're playing football games, when you don't turn up for the match, the side up, the opposing side automatically gets the points. Well, you see the same thing that transpired here. When they believe within themselves and they knew clearly, because I told you before that there were two positions in this case. One, where they were of the opinion that we should bring technicalities. Mr. Lewis, who is the representative for St. Joseph? I said, Mr. Dale Marshall, sir. Mr. Dale Marshall is the representative. you know, seemingly asking me if I am here representing St. Joseph as the legal representative on behalf of the constituents of St. Joseph. I said, me, not me, Bosie. I am here to represent Victor Lewis because Victor Lewis can stand on this court and speak relative to what he knows. And Mr. Lewis will not make any mistake in letting the court know what I experience. Because if it affects me as a Bajan, I have prescriptive rights. And if that right is given to Victor Lewis, it's given to all the above. So that is why Mr. Lewis took that stance. But you had everybody out there now, what Mr. Lewis going to do? Well, this man could only be idiot. He all the time he out there saying that he defending the community members, and now he gone up in court, say he defending himself. That man got, not that one, tall. That was a step used by the other side to lose the case. It wasn't suicide. It wasn't homicide. It wasn't caused by somebody else where the victim didn't know that this will occur. So homicide is when the victim was totally ignorant of what would transpire. Euthanasia is when the person knows very well that I'm gonna die, so they gracefully bow out. So that we bring that analogy to this case, then they knew very well that they were guilty. So they gracefully bowed out. Not so much for that. Because I'm saying to you that this whole thing is a network. So, Dave, bring in some of those, bring in the videos first. If you can bring the videos and then bring the stills. So I would have sent you about 4 videos, and I want to tie all them up. You know, so if you can start with the one, no, start with the stills first. Sorry about that. Start with the stills, and I've taken 2 photos there up by the community center, and they will be showing some plaques, So you can bring the 2 of those photos up. And this was by Hillcrest Community Center in Bathsheba, because I'm saying to you that this is a network. I'm certain you would have missed me from the show for quite a while, you know, and you're just wondering, everybody will see me, you know, Mr. Lewis, but I ain't seen you for the Marcia Week show no more. What's going on? You know? So Mr. Lewis just took some time out to stay focused on all matters relating to what was going on at Joe's River. So Mr. Lewis timed out and stayed focused. Because it's just not a matter of what was occurring at Joe's River. Because it is a network. And we as Bajans must be conscious that it is a network. And if we are well au fait with the fact that there is a network, we want to know who is involved in the network. So I went up today to Beachmark Park. At the back, those are the two of the booths in the Hillcrest Community Center. Now, I don't know why they call it community center though, because we had a community center there before, but that's another story. We can go up there and do all kind of theatrical plays and play dominoes and all the above and so forth. But I think now that this is the commercial market and not really a community center, because I don't see the level of community activities going on there. It's rather unfortunate, but that's a topic for another time. If we can see on this plot, this is Michael Anders. In grateful appreciation to Michael Anders for your generous support and contribution to the Beachmont Community Park, June the 2nd, 2022. That's 3 years ago. So remember the name Michael Anders, right? So he is one of the surfers at Bathsheba. He's one of the surfers who you would see down Soup Bowl, right? One of our surfers, right? Michael Anders. So I want you now to go to the other plaque. So that is on the hill in Beachmont Park. Go to the other plaque. And this is another one. Now on there, you are seeing Joseph Nathaniel Barrow, Lancelot Ashford Barrow, Julian Stephen Barrow. So there's a whole lot of Barrows down in Bathsheba. Charles Fitzroy Shelby Carter, Ruthin Colvin Downs, Michael Colin Bullheadley. He is from Phillips Road, right? He is late now. A lot of those folks, uh, have passed, right? So there is another photo there, Dave, that shows the entire base, which includes this plaque. So it shows the entire base. I don't know if you zeroed in on that one. No, I took that. Wow, that's it. Beautiful. So that's it. So I started now to think, in this life, you must think because there's a network to this thing. So to the right of this, you have one plaque that talk about Michael Anders. There is no other room on that column for any other plaque. But on this plaque, we classify all those names. We classify them as shipwrights. And shipwrights are people who build boats. They're like carpenters, but they specialize in boat building. So you have one column to the right for Michael Anders. There's no more room on that column. But on this one, you have one plaque. And all those names mentioned, and these are the former boat builders in the Bathsheba area. Let me take my hat off to all those individuals. But I had to ask myself the question, where is the generational wealth? Where is the generational wealth in Bathsheba? Go back to the names there again. Right, give me fine, I can hold it by that one. Where is the generational wealth for all the Barrows mentioned them there? 3 of them, for Carter, for Downs, and for Headley. Where is the generational wealth for these people? Every single day, tomorrow morning again, that's my exercise route. That's my area. That's my area. Up and down the hills. And I know these folks. I know the families. And I want to really say within myself, that these folks would have contributed significantly to the development of Bathsheba. And I cannot, maybe I'm wrong, maybe their bank accounts are fat, maybe they're living in little board houses in the corner here or in the corner there, but they have mansions other places. I don't know. But based upon my observations, these folks have been beautifully placed on this wall, plaques. But where is the generational wealth? Where can it be clearly seen in Bathsheba that these folks, they don't only want respect by placing them on a plaque, they want respect by giving them business opportunities in the Bathsheba area. If they are in any way, short of cash here or there, and we feel so happy about the contributions they have made, we would give them the opportunity to develop in Bathsheba. So when the generations to come, we can say that these folks worship rights in the Bathsheba area, and we have these set of apartments, we have these set of hotels, we have the boat building organization, we have the boat building association, the boat building business in Bathsheba because of these individuals who contributed to the development of Bathsheba. So go into Bathsheba and show me, show us, show the people how generations to come, these names will benefit. But give me a wider view there again, Dave. Give me a wider view. Give me a wider view than that. So this tells me that there's more room where people's names from Bathsheba will go on plaques that will go on this time. There's no more room on the other side by Michael Anders, but there's room here. So if you look at this surface and we look at that plaque, there have to be a relationship between the base and the plaque. I am making a plaque. It is going to be 30 inches wide by 50 inches long. How large do I make the stand? So there must be some correlation between the builder of the stand and the plaque. So it tells me that they build the stand expecting that there will be more plaques. So the more names will come. More names will come. We came out of a period where there was massa, the slaves, and we know what our foreparents would have gone through when we think of how they were subjected throughout that period of plantocracy in this country. And now we are turning to tourism. And this is what is happening. This is what is happening to us in this country. So there's more room for more names. But let's jump in a little deeper with our good surfer friend, Michael Anders. And you see the name there on the plaque. So give me those photos and the videos that I would have sent you today. So I'm seeing something here by Andrea Critchlow, 8955. My cousin told me my grandfather was the first boat builder, but Ruthin Colvin Downs is a cousin of ours. But I would want Andrea to tell me, show me the generational wealth that evolved to this family, that their names are now being placed on a plaque up by the community center. So these folks would have contributed significantly. But I want to marry that with the generational wealth that would have been mobilized on behalf of these families in Bathsheba. Now, these are the gates open to the project at the bottom of Cleaver's Hill. And the foundation that was sinking. So a few weeks ago, should I say about 2 weeks, I passed there and there was this big jackhammer. You know, I think I was coming down Cox Hill. That was probably about a mile or so away. And I heard this jackhammer going, beating, 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 beating. You know, so I came down on my route and I just went through the back there by the coconut trees where the train line. And there was this jackhammer in there digging up the foundation that was put down before. And we know about all the houses landward from this location because we're looking into Soup Bowl there. So all the houses landward of this location, all those houses up there, the road is slipping, the houses are cracking, you know, and there is significant land slippage. And this was not necessarily, you know, since this construction started. That is the nature of the soil in that area, slippage. So what I saw there today, go back to that one, Dave, go back to that one. What I saw there today was the gate open where there was that container is in the back. There were containers now on the other side of the road if you're going towards where the bus turns around. So at the back of me, there would have been containers on the opposite side of the road. So I would have been in my vehicle there, driving, going towards Powell Spring or towards the Cup and Saucer, going that direction. So I took the photo there. So there were some workers in there now, so I saw them bring out the BRC, etc. But in that area there, I don't know if Dave can find an old photo that will show you all the steel work and columns and, you know, boxing and everything that they had in there. So all that in there, the jackhammer came up and dig up everything. Now, if you look to the left there now, there's a big poster. So they have different contractors now. To the left. If you just go back over the photo, to the left, right? To the left there, right? So that is a big poster now onto the side of the gate. And that poster is saying to me that there are new contractors now on that project. So the contractors that were there before, you know, they're gone. You know, I don't know if they made a mistake. I don't know who made the mistake because I know that that area of land in the Scotland district, I know that when David Thompson was alive, he had restricted any construction on the seaward side in the Scotland district. So there would have been no construction. There would have been no construction going on that side because of maybe blocking the windows to the sea and the nature of the soil. So when I looked at this, I don't know if a mistake was made by the contractors or if a mistake was made by planning and development, allowing this type of construction to go on in an area such as this. But, you know, that is not my expertise. But somebody made a mistake. And we had jackhammers beating on the foundation in that area. And I'm certain you know when you have jackhammers going on in a construction area that it produces hairline cracks in the environs based upon the impact of the jackhammers. So many folks would complain that they're getting cracks in the house, the tiles waking up, and all the above. So we wait to see what will transpire maybe a little later on. Go to the next photo there. I think the one you brought up after that. Now, I was coming down Cleaver Hill. And if you look across there at that hill, that is where all of us, from the time I was a little boy, there was a building there on the top, and that deteriorated, fall apart, and all of us would go on top of that. There's a seat right there, but a boxing has been placed over it because that's an iconic point that all of us visitors, many tourists would come at the bottom of Cleaver Hill, stop, and go on top of that hill right there, sit down on the seat. They'll take pictures to the right and to the left. They'll take pictures all down to Cove Bay, all down to Bowl, Cattle Wash area, or they'll up to Bathsheba. They take photos, they turn around, they can take photos of Hackerton's Cliff and that whole stretch. So that, in actual fact, was highly utilized every single day. You will see tourists come and go to that point. That was that. No, yeah, that's past tense. That was the iconic point for us. So the representative for our constituency, he clearly knows that. The head of planning and development clearly knows that. But yet, when we go back up now, to Beachmont Park, we are seeing Michael Anders being given the iconic point in Bathsheba. We have many people in Bathsheba. And when you are on that hill, you are looking out to Soup Bowl. I am seeing that there's Mark Holder, who was an excellent surfer that contributed significantly to the development of surfing in Bathsheba. There's Ken Mears. Those are the great surfers. You have Joe Gamble. You have Garfield. There's so many surfers in Bathsheba who made Soup Bowl what it is, who gave a name to Ken Mears, who gave a name to Mark Holder, who gave a name to Joe Gamble. All of those individuals were excellent surfers in Bathsheba. And you take the iconic point in St. Joseph and give it to Michael Anders. Now, I really don't know Michael Anders. I heard he's a very nice gentleman, with all due respect. But why? Why is it that Ken Mears couldn't be given a portion of that land to look out on Soup Bowl? Why is it that the generation of people to come after Ken Mears can look back and say our great grandfather Ken Mears contributed to this, and now today we have Ken Mears Beach Apartments looking over Soup Bowl. The same thing for Mark Holder, the same thing for Joe Gamble. Why is it that Michael Anders, what did he do for Bathsheba? I know what Ken Mears did. I know what Mark Holder did. I know what Joe Gamble did. I know what all of those individuals did for Bathsheba. Now you take out the iconic spot that all of those individuals, when they're out there on those surfboards and they see at the back, would look up at this point and see all of us cheering them on at many surfing competitions. Now we have, you would go and put Joe Gamble's name on a plaque. You put Ken Mears' name on a plaque. You put Mark Holder's name on a plaque. And tell me, Where is the generational wealth in that? That looks pretty, that looks fancy. But when they have got to face the supermarket, when they've got to face mortgage companies, when they've got to face the purchasing of vehicles, tell me, where is the generational wealth for them? Give me another photo there. Give me another. Marcy, I warm up now, so you just take it easy. Sit back and relax. Give me another photo there, Dave. Don't laugh, Marcy. You
No,
know?
it's great. Just letting you know, I'm popping on because I have a little charge
Yeah,
on the phone. I don't have a lot of charge. So
beautiful. You know, give me another one there. Give me another one there. Okay? Because I'm showing a relationship that, you know, there is a network in this. And hold it there, Dave. Because there's a common relationship between Joe's River and these projects. And don't ask me, go to Cattle Wash and ask Peter. There's a network. So when we look up here, we're looking across there now at the hill. So that photo shows the hill. Play the video relating to this one. I don't know if you can pick up the video relating to this. So it will show you that, and it can show you panning to the left. So you can find that video, Dave, play that video for me. You know, because we walk about doing fancy things, you know. And when at the end of it all, I just want to ask myself the question, when I run through Bashiba, and I know the barrels, I know the downs. You mean? I mean, I see them all the time. Right? I would pass by Barrow's house, you know, practically every day. You know, and when I would hear I would hear from them shouting me up, and I look and I said, you know, these are the same barrels that I'm seeing listed on the plaque down the hill, right? So this particular picture here, and I think this one is a video, right? I think it's a video. Play the video, right? Or hold it there, hold it there, hold it there, hold it there, because the laws of Barbados state, and I heard the Attorney General saying it. And if he said it, it is a fact because, I mean, he's the Attorney General. But understand that that area in front of you is the area inland from Soup Bowl. So if you go past that rock and you're going out in Soup Bowl area. So I'm on top of the hill there now, looking down. You see all that land there going down to the hill? If you walk through that water, the minute you step out that water and you step on the rock, you on Michael Anders' land. That's the law we have in Barbados in 2025. So I go down there to get a bath. I go on in the water. The minute I come out of the water and come this direction by that coconut tree, the minute I step out of the water and onto a rock, I'm onto Michael Anders' land. That don't make sense to me. I mean, if in 2025 we still have those laws existing, I mean, and you know, this is another topic altogether because when we look at laws, laws are designed with holes. We put holes in them so that the lawyer for the defendant and the lawyer for the accused can deal with those holes to either win or lose a case conveniently or otherwise. So I don't know if this law would ever change, but it tells me that when I come out of water, I better don't come out on this side. Because if I do that, I coming out on Michael Anders' land, but he is not a bad guy. So, you know, he will say, Mr. Lewis, yeah, come on up, my brother. You know, fine. But if I go to the left and come in, if I go to the left of the viewers, I will come in at Subol on the sand. So I covered. I good now I understand. So I have right up now to what they call the high water mark. So if I go to the right, I can come in at high rock. So I have to come in now on the sand again. And I am safe because, you know, that's high rock. So these are how the laws are made in Barbados So we have a network who sets up these to control people. Continue with the video there, Dave. So I am panning there now, and to the left of that area now is soup. That's soup bowl. So I'm panning. So I'm standing up top the hill and keep panning to the left. I think the video goes wrong, right? Yeah, keep going around, keep going around. So I'm looking up top the hill now. Keep coming around. Or that's the construction area. Keep coming around. Right. So right, stop right there. Right. So on top of that hill is where we used to go. That's where we sat on top of the concrete seat and we look over into Soup Bowl. So that is now history. No other individuals now coming after this project started can freely go on top of this hill and view Soup Bowl or go up there and take any photos. What I have been reliably informed that you see the bottom of the photo there, that's where I stand up. You see where the grass is there at the bottom, that's where I standing up. Over that little hill is where the train used to pass from left to right. Where you can see the fencing, between the fencing there and the point there where you can see the grass, that's where the train line was going through there. That's where the train line was. So this is the plan. On top of that hill is where all Bajans and visitors alike, guests, tourists, people, all the above, 24/7, went on top of that hill, sat down and enjoyed themselves, taking pictures, relaxing, watching surfing, all of the above. Now that Michael Anders came, Michael Anders has purchased this property. So I was reliably informed that we will now have, this is Michael Anders. Right. Yes. You know, just move that for there for now. Good. Thank you very much. So I have been reliably informed that on top there, where we used to be, all Bajans, all tourists, all the above have been relegated now to the bottom. So we now will occupy the bottom here. He will give us space at the bottom where we used to be at the top. So for all the years, all of us, whether you're black, you're white, you're brown, you're old, you're woman, you're man, regardless, we were at the top. And nobody stopped you. Nobody discouraged us. Everybody went to the top, sat down in that seat, enjoyed their photos, and enjoyed the view. That was the iconic point in Bathsheba. And it has been sold to Michael Anders. Don't ask me who owned it before. Go down to Carawash and ask Peter. I am saying to you that there's a network. Give me another photo there. So now all of us, this is relegation, you know. So for generations to come, they can't go on top of that hill. That is an exclusive zone. On top there has now become an exclusive zone. Go back to that one. Go back to that one, Dave. The one where the is on top of the hill, right? That's an exclusive zone for Michael Anders and his family. Who did that? Go to Carawash and ask Peter. You know, and when we look at planning and development, approving these projects, you know, it makes me scratch my head. I was going to Bathsheba, I think it was yesterday or the day before, whatever. You know, and I saw this guy who was also one
So
of the
good
excellent
evening,
shepherds.
everybody.
Yeah,
I have.
Right, I don't know if David was trying out the video there. If you want to give me another, yeah, give me another one now. Give me another one. So when Marcy ready to bounce back in, she can bounce back in. So I don't know if this is a video or not. Is this a still or this is a video? If it remains still, I know it's a still. Right. So I don't know if this is a, yeah, this is an older an older photo to the previous one, because this shows me now when that photo you gave brought up there just now, Dave, was one showing when the actual hill was like it was before, with the coconut tree at the top and the great trees, etc. So that's an old photo showing how the hill was before, and folks on top of the hill sitting down, on top of the hill with their surfboards at the bottom, looking out and relaxing. But just pull some more photos from what I would have sent you today, because we've got to be conscious of the fact that there is a network. There's a relationship between what we observed in George River and what is going on out here, And I would want for us to give some serious thought, to why these things are being done. I think this one now, but with the video, if it's the video play, yeah, I think that this is the video, right. If that's the video, then you can play it for us, Dave, right? So there's a short video to that. If you see that same image, there's a short video where I pan to the left and then pan to the right. But the whole concept here is that we have to focus on what's happening in Barbados. 166 square miles. Who will ultimately own the lands on the coastal sides of Barbados? Because all the plantations now are closing down or have closed down, and we've reached a stage now, where we may comment on this one. So this is where, this is how despicable down there looks. That's the fencing there coming around, and everything now is tumbling down, right? So yeah, that's the video there. So that's where I was on top of that hill, where you see the gentleman's one cross. So I'm on top of the hill. That was the previous photo where I'm looking over. You can see the coconut trees on the right. All right. So that is where we will be relegated to, at the bottom. And if you continue to let the video run, So when you let the video run, you will see where we were and where it is proposed now that we be given. So that's the train track there, where this gentleman is walking. To the right, on top of that hill, is where now they plan to put us. And on top of the hill is where we were. So I don't know, in the planning, we talk about reparations, right? Where we would be given the opportunity to benefit from all that we've been through, all that our ancestors would have been through in the times of slavery. But here it is, right? Hold it right there. You see the land to the left? The land to the left, that's the land there to the right, that we know Michael Anders purchased, and we had a whole lot to say about that. But I have been reliably informed you see the land to the left going up the hill? You know who owned that? I have been reliably informed. And Michael Anders, if it ain't true, come tell the people so. But I have been told, because that area has been cleared off for, I think a container will be going there or something will be going there. But I was informed by some person who lives in that area that Michael Anders now owns the land to the left. He owns the land to the right. Now he owns the land to the left. And people's name, Barrows, Downs, and all Headleys and all those names are up there on the plaque. Show me the generational wealth for them. We are coming out of a time of what we call slavery. And we are asking now for reparations where we will be in some way, monetary or otherwise, justified for what our ancestors would have been through. And this government is placing us in the same position where now generations to come will have to be asking for reparations because people from Europe now owns all the land around the periphery of Barbados. They own all the land. So you come to this country as a millionaire, billionaire, or otherwise. Should you be given permission to just purchase every piece of lot because you have money?
Right.
It's an injustice to the people. So keep going up the hill. Give me another. So we started off on top of, you know, up by the community center, where we saw all the barrows name, the shipwrights, you know. So Michael Anders, who came and did so much wonderful things for this country. Beautiful. I commend that. But should we sell all beachfront land to foreign investors when we have locals in this country? And I'm certain you would have heard it on with Mr. Glenn Murray, you know, when it was recommended that the locals be given the opportunity to purchase property, to purchase land, to own land, to build houses in the Bashba area where we have locals being part of the mix. But you sold the land on the left to Michael Anders. You sold the land on the right to Michael. But it ain't finished yet because I tell you there's a network. So the same folks that were involved in Joe's River are also involved in this. And there's one common factor. Don't ask me, go to Cattle Wash and ask Peter. And that is a network. Give me another picture there. Give me one there. There's one there that marks Bathsheba Cottage. So if you're driving this road now, you're going up the hill. The minute you get to the top of the hill, you're going to make a right turn. If you continue straight up, you're going up Cleaver's Hill. If you make a right turn, you're going on to the point where the bus terminates, where the Bathsheba ends, where the Subo. So give us another photo there. Marks Bathsheba Cottage. And this same guy that I spoke to, I mean, this guy can close his eye and walk Bathsheba. You know, he was a former surfer in Bathsheba. He knows it ins and out. He says, Mr. Lewis, you know, Michael Anderson only owned this land, but he bought this land over here, right? And not only that, Mr. Lewis, right? When you go over the hill, the property alongside this, he bought it too. So all the beachfront properties are being sold to people other than us. You know, we don't seem to be able to believe that down the line, Barrows must benefit, Headleys must benefit, Downs must benefit, and all them must get piece of the cake. Give me
Yes.
another photo there. Give me another photo there.
Victor, while
Yeah, go,
Dave,
go in.
while Dave looks for the other photo,
Mhm.
I have the line there, so that people can feel free to call in. It's 9:15, and to because this is so as somebody says, you are unraveling the network, and I think people. I'm watching the comment section, and people will have something to say. So guys, you can go ahead. We can only take WhatsApp calls. So go ahead, folks, and call in if you have a comment on what you're hearing here tonight. Go ahead, Dave. Thank you.
You know, I just can't be politically correct, Marcia, because that is gonna go against my conscience.
Yeah.
I must be able to tell the truth, and that is exactly what I'm saying. You know, I drive to Bathsheba. I accustomed going somewhere on top of the hill. Park my Jeep, go on top of the hill, sit down, relax, look out, take some pictures, and feel smart. Well, you see that there, that is Bathsheba Cottage. If you are coming in on to the right, the hill that has been cut down, dig out, was sinking, and all the above, that was sold to, what's his name again? You know, whoever he is. Michael Landers. So Michael Landers was sold that property. So the property is to the right of this. So Michael Landers now, I have been informed, has bought this property. So he now owns this property. He owns the one that we saw before with all the cutting down. He now owns the one on the left. So planning and development is putting Barbados for generations to come back to a point where
Mr.
we, yeah,
There's
go right ahead.
I think we have a call on the line. Let me see if I can hear them. Caller, good night. Welcome to the Marcia Reed Show.
Hello, Marcia. How are you doing?
I am doing good. Good. Can you hear him good, Mr.
Yeah, I'm hearing him well.
You're hearing him well. I know my volume is lower. Go right ahead.
Yes, but Victor, I want to ask you a question. You know, I always on the belief that our own people are the one that is causing these problems, because just to go and buy land in Barbados, you gotta got some sort of connections within the land registry. You know, somebody gotta be digging up all those deeds and all those old land registry to give these people permission to go and buy land. And when they do that, they're bypassing the locals. You know, so I'm asking a question. Yes, you're trying to unravel the network that is doing this, but isn't it our own people that is allowing these things to happen, both in the town and country planning and at the land registry? Because, you know, I don't believe an outsider can just come into Barbados and go and buy land like that. You gotta got some sort of inside connections. You know, I don't want to say pay these people to get these deeds out and then go and get these lands to buy it that easy, because most of these lands used to owned by old Barbadians back in the day, and now they're all becoming owned by outside investors, which is sad, you know. So I'm blaming our people, man. Our people is the problem. You know, we allowing these people to do these things too easy. And that's sad. That's very sad, you know. And we all have kids and grandkids. Down the road, they can have nothing.
Nothing.
They have nothing because the system allow these people to do what they want, how they want, when they want. And our grandkids is going to be living someplace else, maybe in St. Vincent, like also Lucia. Also, David, can you answer that question? About that network, you know, between the town and country planning and the land deed people, the registry. Somebody inside is giving this land. So these people walking in there and getting information of say, oh, I want a piece of land and getting it.
I would want to send you down to Calawash. Yeah, yeah. If you can go down to Calawash, you can go down to Calawash and ask people.
Yes.
I'm watching today.
Yes, thanks for calling. Thank you. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You know, a wonderful question there, Marcy. You know, Marcy, because you know, you just wonder who's doing it. You know, and when you go to Bathsheba, I can show you the houses that are owned by politicians in Bathsheba. If you go into Calawash, if you go into Coxhill, right? You know, you got to scratch your head, right? Because it appears to me as though some people are looking out for themselves and forgetting others, right? Some people are going out there purchasing properties, you know, talking a lot about climate change and all the above, but are purchasing properties adjacent to the sea, and they're looking after themselves. They're happy, right? But you have an environment now in Barbados that, you know, it is rather unfortunate that people are scared to talk because they fear victimization, scared to talk because they can lose a contract, scared to talk because they can. Yeah, go
Yes.
ahead.
Okay, I can hardly hear you, so I hope I didn't cut you off in mid-sentence, Mr. Lewis. But hold your thought there. We have a caller on the line. Good night, caller. Welcome to the Marcia Week Show.
Blessed good night, Marcia.
Good night, good night. Just
And
speak up a little for us. Thank you.
blessed good night, and a blessed good night to you also, Victor. Victor.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Blessed good night to you.
yes, he's
Yeah, good
answering,
night.
but
Good night.
because of how we're doing the call, you're not hearing him. So just go
Okay.
ahead. We're hearing you, and then we will
Yeah,
respond.
but I have some questions for him that I have the TV right now on mute, so I won't be able to hear what is being said. But I have some questions for him that I would like some response.
Yes,
One
give
of
the
them
questions, and then he's going to
Right.
answer. Okay.
Okay. All right. I hope you have a pen to write down these things. Now, my thing is, does the constituency have a representative? And if the constituency have a representative, why does the people have to fight on their own or for themselves? Because it doesn't make sense if some person supposed to be representing me and I know how to represent myself. It doesn't make any sense. And then the next thing is isn't the prime minister responsible for land? I was probably given away. If that's the case, how comes it is now that as I understand, she complimented Victor for the battle that was won. I mean, you cause a man to fight for himself, and when the man fought and won, you start to compliment the man. It doesn't make sense to me. But I would like to know from Victor though, why should you have to represent yourself when there is some person already paid to do that? And then the next thing, some person is supposed to know take lead from that person who is representing, but that person is now not necessarily resigning, but they're actually backing off, as I understand, and putting another person to represent the constituency. So make it make sense to me, Victor.
Well,
That's all I have to say, Mercy.
Yes, yes.
Make it
So,
make sense to me.
okay, so what? Thank you. So he's going to respond, but
Mm.
because of we're doing a little makeshift, so you will have to close the call, and then we'll hear him respond. Thank you.
Yeah, but you know,
Right, thanks.
but I'm in a boat too, Marcia, where yeah. Let me just wait till that call is up. Right, you know.
Yes, go right ahead.
I'm also in a position now where it must make sense to me because if we live in a land that is 166 square miles, and we know very well how the plantocracy was before, because I can recall C.O. Williams owning a whole lot of land in St. John, and he was the person who owned the plantation, right? Not a bad guy. He tried his best to help individuals here and there, and you have C.O. Williams construction and all over the place. So he has developed his generations coming off of C.O. Williams. You can see them in terms of all the businesses out there. So we are now going away from the plantocracy, and we are going in now into tourism. Right? So it don't make sense to me either when I can see that we talking about reparations, what has been done to us, and we are setting up the same environment for the generations to come to have to do the same thing. because Barbados would not be 200 square miles, it would still be 166. So when you go into Bathsheba and you sell all the land to the billionaires and millionaires, just what has been happening on the plantations will happen on the hotel sector of this country. It has happened on the West Coast, and Dr. Crystal Haynes spoke about it. She was ostracized. It is now happening on the East Coast, and it is a network because what you saw at George River, I don't know if there's a relationship between the owners and the prime minister. The allegations. But the prime minister was there when the bridge was presented to us as a generous gift. The representative of St. Joseph was there when the gift was presented as a generous gift. But that is history now. We know where we stand today. That they wanted to take from us another iconic spot in the form of the bridge and in the form of the cup and saucer. And now an iconic spot has been taken from us on top of Dennis Money Hill. That was a plan. It is a network. And part of the network lies in Cattle Wash. And there's a common relationship between George River, there's a common relationship to the project at bottom, and there's a common relationship to the community center. That has been going on. I want for you to bring me another photo there. It shows you some steps made out of posts. Some steps made out of posts. Bring in that photo because I want to talk about that. You know, I have lived in the area. I fish in the area. I go in the gully. I hike. I run. I relax. Everything in the Bathsheba area. So I'm well affair with it. So when I had to stand up in court and speak, that is why it is so clear that I could speak on behalf of what Mr. Lewis experienced. And thank God, the judge had to say, everything Mr. Lewis has said, I believe in. Lock, stock, and barrel. Stamp of approval. But I want you to bring up that photo for me. There's a photo there, Dave, that shows you, and these are wall steps, you know, these are posts leading down to the sea with a little handrail at the side, you know. That's a very key one. Right. You see that? You know, I want you to hold on this one for a minute. You know, there was this gentleman. I don't know his name, right? I can't recall his features, but he looked like a Bajan. He talked like a Bajan, and I can say he's Bajan. So he looked like me. This guy came to the Bathsheba area. You see that little concrete structure there? Over, right? That little concrete structure, he had a little hut on it where he housed his beach chairs. He came there, built a step out of posts, put up his little structure there, want to do a little business as a black Bajan. And this is opposite the St. Adrian's Church. If you can just pan the video or open it up a bit, we will see the sea at the back. So right at the back there, that's where the mosque and everything, that's where the mosque and everything is. I don't know if you can come up right so that you can pan it around. I think it may be a little video, right? Hold it right there, hold it right there. So that's the sea at the back. Beautiful. So this guy wanted to set up a business on this beach. You see that little spot there? That's about 4 feet by 4 feet, right? So that's 16 square feet of a black man coming to Bathsheba, wanting to set up a business in Bathsheba. I don't want to know if he's from St. Joseph, if he's from you know, if he from St. John, if he from St. Thomas, if he from St. Michael. It was a black Bajan coming to Bathsheba, wanting to set up a business there with beach chairs. Because now we've moved away from the plantocracy, we are now moving into tourism. So here's an opportunity for me to set up my little business in this area with some beach chairs. Wonderful. But they had to let him know he got to move the structure. They have to let him know they don't have any confidence in the steps that he built for people to walk down. If somebody walk down those steps and they get hurt, they can sue the NCC because the NCC allowed him to build these steps for people to walk down. That guy moved his cottage. I was informed he was sent somewhere down in St. James, go and join all the people down there and compete with them. But here was the guy taking the initiative, being very creative, innovative, and bringing now business to the Bathsheba area to set up his little beach chairs. But he was moved. And there are the steps. And I took this photo today. And the steps are still intact, 100%. That everybody used those steps. The steps ain't shaking, nothing, highly creative, and he must be commended for that. But you know what we did to him? We moved him from there, take down that hut. You see the steps? We can't approve them because anybody walk down those steps and they get hurt, they can sue the NCC. We can't allow you to do this. Leave the place. That's what we did to our people. But you're going to allow now another individual to come in and purchase all the land in Barbados because they are millionaires or billionaires. That is what we have done to our people. And when the constituency representative and the head of planning and development, the Prime Minister of Barbados, can sit down and allow things of this nature to happen, I am asking, where is the generational wealth for us? Because I'm seeing generational wealth for the network. And ask Peter, who is involved in the network? When you come from Cattle Wash, from Wrong Rock, that was being advertised, you know, come get piece of the iconic rock on the east coast of Barbados. I am not racist, but I have to be racially conscious. That when you walk through Cattle Wash, every single house don't look like Africa, they look like Europe. When you get into Bathsheba, the same thing is happening. So when you get now to the community center, all that you will see that reflects you and I is a plaque that mark Barrow, that mark Headley, that mark Downs. And my question is, where is the generational wealth for us? Where is it? So we have policies being mobilized in this country that goes against the grain of reparations. So don't be out there on the world stage fighting for reparations for the people of Barbados when you are doing the same thing to us. What is happening in Bathsheba is reflective to what has happened to us during the era of the plantocracy. The same thing confronts us today. Go into Bathsheba, ask any of the Barrow family, show me the financial legacy for your family because your name up there at the shipwright. You build boats. Go down now and look at Tent Bay. Tent Bay now is a disgrace. Boats can't be hauled up. There is no slipway for boats. all the boats now from Tempe practically left and gone to town. You go now, you look at the Tempe, you can hardly see a buoy because that area now is derelict. So show me the generational wealth for our people. You know, it just leaves me scratching my head. I think there's another video there. Might be one more video there. I think there's one more there, Dave. I want you to pull it. You know, I would love to be able to meet that gentleman, right? To find out where he is. What has been his experience since we did that to him? He came to Bathsheba. Michael Anders came to Bathsheba. Michael Anders, because of his financial potential, you know, and that's great. You know, you come, you invest in our country. We have nothing against investment. But tell me, where's the generational wealth for us? And that's my question, you know, because, you know, the gentleman that asked the question just now, make it make sense. It didn't make no sense to me when I saw the developer at George River wanting to convey to me, let me keep it personal, wanting to convey to me that he has the keys to Barbados. You know, where not that one. I think there's a. I think there's a. I think there's another one. Right? Where he wanted to convey to me that he has the keys to Barbados, right? Where I saw all the areas that I enjoyed as a child, enjoyed as an adult, and still continue to enjoy now. He wanted to take from us. But, you know, tell me something. My concern is that I don't know if I can blame inverted commas the owner of Tembi because as the question was asked before, who gives that stamp? Who gives approval? You know, approval is given by the head of planning and development, the Prime Minister of Barbados. You know, so I would have watched when Kimar Stewart was um, part of the programming, and Kimar would have shown us the video when the bridge was being opened up. And I know that the Prime Minister was there. And of course, I do believe the representative for St. Joseph. And both of them knew it wasn't a moment of ignorance. It was a plan. It was a plan to deceive or deceptive move to want us to think that this is a generous gift being offered to the people of Barbados. I didn't see that. What I saw as an individual that you're going to take away from me teacup and saucer and my joy of going into the gully from the bridge.
Yeah.
You have taken away from me on top of Dennis Mooney Hill.
Yeah.
There is a relation.
One
Yeah, go
second,
ahead.
Mr.
Yeah.
Lewis. Dave is just telling me that he doesn't have any more videos. What we can do is, I don't know if you want to send it to him, check. And in the meantime, what I wanted to do was I just wanted a couple minutes before we close, because I advertise that it's about SVG. You
Oh.
know, listen, this has been this has been so exciting what you are presenting here. and you and I we're gonna have a talk about it of how we can. I'll talk to you, but
Yeah.
this is so timely, and so in case if he doesn't find it, the next
Yeah,
because he
no,
said
no, 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 no
no, but
problem with that.
what
You
we
know.
need to be able we need to review this. Is what I'm saying.
Mhm.
So I know you can't come on Friday, unfortunately, but fortunately you have things.
Fortunately,
Yes,
fortunately, that's where my
fortunately,
strength.
but
That's where my
Sunday,
strength comes from.
yeah, but Sunday you would. I think this is so important. It's not.
I'm not too sure about Sunday because I'm going down there. I'm going down there to enjoy.
Oh
You,
yes,
you know,
that's
you
true.
know,
That is true. We
justice,
can. That
justice.
is so true. That
You
is so
know.
true. We probably
I'll
will
be
have
down there. My
footage.
piece of roast beetroot.
We might have footage from there and also
Yeah.
footage from
Hmm.
SVG that we would just play on Sunday. But I just want to say to everybody, folks, the kind of knowledge, the kind of education that we are getting on this show, seriously, seriously, I'm listening to Mr. Victor, all of these pictures, all of these videos. I'm seeing and hearing it for the first time because I didn't get it. It was sent to Dave. And I must say, Mr. Lewis, you've done a brilliant, brilliant job, really brilliant job. And yeah, it's really, and I think that the people are picking it up, and as
Hmm.
somebody said, St. Kitts and Nevis in Barbados, and I feel like you and I will talk about how do we summarize this and probably put it
Marcia,
in a common form.
Marcia, it's
Yeah.
all under the umbrella of control, and control here is not short term, right? What the government has done now in mobilizing these policies is short term gain for long term loss.
Loss, yeah.
We are getting short term gains by bringing the millionaires and billionaires into this country.
Hmm.
What they are ultimately doing is producing long term loss for us because I will die, I will go, we will go. Generations to come will have plaques. Other people will have land, just like we had it before, where there is one sector of the society out of Europe that had land and we had to hold the fork. We will again have plaques and they will hold the land.
The whole
It,
lot, yeah.
it is an environment of control. So
Control,
George River is just one of the contributory factors that was going to take away an iconic spot from us.
yeah.
Other areas have done the same thing, and we are seeing land being divested that will ultimately end up in control.
Yeah.
And we have got to be very
And
careful.
I think yeah, and I totally agree with you. We're gonna just quickly in the last 15 minutes try to play a little bit of another video from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, since I had advertised the show as that. And yes, we need to thank Mr. Lewis. Wonderful, wonderful. It is painful to listen to this, and we're going to revisit this, folks. We will revisit this. We will. I'll talk to you after the show, please. But let's just listen to a little bit of this video. Very important. On the screen, it says, "Will the vaccine mandate play a role in the St. Vincent and the Grenadines elections tomorrow?" I don't know how many of you remember that the mandate, the only Caribbean country that had this mandate that if you did not take the vaccine, you could not work. You could not work as a public servant. St. Vincent and the Grenadines did that, and they were trying it in Barbados, and we were agitating, doing all that we could do, and praying, doing everything, and so they had to push it back. Now it happened here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and that is one of the reasons where, one of the protests where the prime minister's head got burst. Somebody burst his head was over this particular thing. And so today I heard people talking about it on the streets in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Your Peter Wickham, I was told, did a poll and told the people that the poll was saying that the St. Vincent and Grenadines vaccine mandate would not affect the elections. That's what he said. The poll said, and the people rose up against him and said, "Which poll, Peter Wickham? Which poll?" And so you see, they're doing the same thing wherever we go, right? Okay, but so let me put this up. Let me put this up, please. This woman here in the maroon, she is responsible for a lot of the strength that I have, and because I saw her as a tiny woman, and I would watch her videos over and over in St. Vincent, and I know a lot of you were watching her, and she was strong. This is a teacher, and then I met her husband, and this is Chef Lorne and Anne Marie Ballantyne. You all know them. And I just want to honor them and thank them on behalf of Barbados, on behalf of the Caribbean, from my heart, for the study and for the willingness to teach us all.
Amen.
And your input has been great to all of us. I hear people talk about you all the time. Anicia, we met you guys before we met Anicia, actually. You led us to Anicia, and you have done a tremendous service to Almighty God on behalf of us in the Caribbean. I did not take that vaccine because I saw you. I saw you. Afterwards, I saw your husband, but I saw you. And I went back and I'm saying there's something genuine about this woman. And then you connected me with Anicia. And I would message and ask you guys questions. I was even, listen, I said, oh God, this is the mark of the beast. Remember I came and asked? I was listen, this thing had me up. Because I was determined, I was going to take the vaccine,
Praise God, you didn't.
Listen, and then God used me to begin to share, on it. So I want to honor you, and I want to say to you that as we get further into this thing, we need your voice. Okay? We need you all. We need you all to tell us what's going on. Don't stop, please. Don't stop. So I talk enough.
Yeah. Well, Marcia, it's definitely a pleasure meeting you. I mean, we said the same thing when we met. It's as if we had met before. And that's how I feel, and I am really grateful for the connection that God has allowed for us to have.
Amen.
That was what, 4 years ago?
Yes, about 4 years.
ago, and
yeah.
I remember you invited us on your program, and a lot of persons saw it, and a lot of persons were reached with the knowledge that we were given the knowledge concerning rights and freedoms, God-given rights and freedoms, and the fact that our Constitution must be respected because these rights are protected in our Constitution. And I was really appreciative of your work in giving us the opportunity to share the information that we had. And I am so happy to hear you say, I know it's not the first time you're saying this, that the work that we did by God's grace helped you to make the decision not to put that experimental jab into your God-given body, because it is God who gave you your body, and you're supposed to take care of it, because you have to give him an account for what you put in your body. And this is the philosophy that, drives us. We understand what the scripture says concerning rights and freedoms, God-given rights and freedoms concerning our bodily autonomy by faith. And this is the information we give to the people. This is the information we shared with you. And we are so happy that it helped by God's grace. And yes, we will continue by the grace of God to show according to the scriptures, things that are to come, because we are people of prophecy. The Bible says in Revelation chapter 14 and verse 12, here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and have the faith of Jesus Christ. And then in Revelation chapter 12 and verse 17, we are told about these people keeping the commandments of God and having the spirit or the experience of prophecy. So yes, by the grace of God, as we learn the scriptures, as we study the scriptures, we will be able to give the view of what is to come, the prophetic view. and we are willing and ready to share that with
Wow.
all. So thank you, Barbados, and grace and peace to you, and a pleasure meeting Marcia, our
For the
Bajan
first
friend,
time
for the
in
first time.
reality. And then this man now went and you did a book, Timmy, No Dress for Timmy, that again, once again, it was like a second bout of the, we went to the second round, and we were there to get that book in schools in Barbados, in churches, and so this is Chef Lauren, that famous book, No Dress for Timmy. Some of you have it at home.
Amen.
Yeah, Chef Lauren, it's an honor to meet you.
Well, it's a pleasure meeting you, Marcia, for the first time in flesh. And good day, Barbados. One of the things, as Andre was speaking, one of the things that came to mind is our purpose, right? God has changed us. If it wasn't for God, we would not have been what we are today. And He's the one who implanted His knowledge into our hearts. And that's why we were able to stand up against the tyrants here in St. Vincent. We didn't do it out of defiance, but we did it because we are obedient to God.
Amen.
We can't help but to not comply with something that is against God's voice on our consciences, right? And I'm grateful, I've told you this before, I'm grateful for the work that you did for No Dress for Timmy. I always saw that as a book that will save many children from the demoralizing influence of the left and the cultural Marxists and so on. And when you decided you were actually going to take it and print it in Barbados.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. We've got it printed and distributed.
Yes, even while it was banned on Amazon.
Yes, and that's true. I forgot about the printing part.
Yes.
Yeah, we've done a lot of work.
Yes.
We've done a lot of work, and
I feel you're connected to the right set of people.
Yes.
and
that's
like
God.
Grace,
that's God.
Their work for us to do.
Amen. But thank you to Thusia. I talk about you all the time, your church. And I'm not a 7-day and I'm not a Thusian, but not yet. But you were there for us. Amen. And I'm grateful.
Yes, amen.
Very grateful to God.
Amen.
Just like how we came up, we both arrived at this place tonight. It was almost like that is what happened when I saw the video. God, we were praying and then God led us there. And I pray that the people in St. Vincent will be vindicated, those that, like yourselves. I mean, the people in Barbados cried tears for you all because you were from the same household.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
How are you guys doing? And I got my ice cream. Y'all, I got my ice cream. You remember they have the ice cream business that they started after the teaching, after they,
after we were dismissed
by the government. For standing up, and determining what you wanted to put in your own body.
Correct.
And your jobs were taken from you, and you use your entrepreneurial skills. You started your ice cream business. You did a lot more teaching, tutoring, and writing books. And I mean, look at God.
We occupied the time by God's grace.
Yes.
That He allowed us to, to be outside of the classroom, and we pray that. Well, tomorrow is election here, and we pray that God's will be done.
Yes.
He has seen the wickedness, He has heard our prayers, He has seen our tears, and we know for sure that He is not pleased with what the Prime Minister and his government did to workers in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, right? And his ears are open to our prayers. He is seeing, and His face is against the wicked, as the Bible says. And whatever happened, we know that it is His will. Everything will work out according to His plan.
Yes.
So we leave everything in His hands, and we know that He will work things out.
He will work it out. He will work it out. So you're all voting tomorrow?
Yes, I will be voting.
For sure, you're voting.
Yes.
Okay. Because some Christians don't want to be involved in this. They don't want to exercise that right. They feel they're just to pray about it and so on. So,
Well, it's all
People
about
have their
choice,
choice.
voting is a personal choice.
And there's no sin in casting a vote, really, because well, what you are doing, you're choosing a government. I always refer to the United States Declaration of Independence, which is a wonderful document as they formally separated themselves from Great Britain. And the history of the United States is such where they were actually fleeing from persecution, uh, and into the new United States of America, founded it on the principles of republicanism. But I refer to the Jeffersonian republicanism. I refer to the Declaration because in it, it says, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, and that they have been endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, and that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But it goes on to say that when a government operates in a way where it doesn't support that, it is the right of the people.
When it becomes destructive to
when
your
it
rights.
becomes destructive to your rights,
Right.
it is the right of the people to abolish it.
Yes.
And to reconstitute a government that is more supportive to the protection of rights and freedoms. So, if you see a government that is destructive, as the Ralph Gonsalves government in St. Vincent, to your rights and freedoms, they literally stood in the place of God to dictate to you what should go into your body. They violated people's liberty of conscience. They saw themselves, Ralph Gonsalves saw himself as doing the quote unquote work of God.
Yes.
He actually said that.
Yes.
And he cursed those Christian ministers in St. Vincent who were under the Holy Spirit's conviction and wrote him a letter not to do it. He referred to them as Taliban. That's how far he went. So this is a situation where you have a defiant prime minister who cursed God, cursed man, sought to violate people's right to conscience. Conscience is what God uses to speak to us. So when you see all of that, that's our first right in our liberty of conscience. When you see all of that and you decide, no, this government is out of place and therefore needs to be removed and replaced with one that is more friendly towards
rights and freedoms.
Then you decide to go and cast
But
your votes.
Chef Lauren, I know you're running to your meeting, but I just want to ask you guys one more question, because one of the things that we battle with, even as a child coming up in the church, you're told that you're just to pray and bless your leaders. But I mean, you guys have called out the prime minister on so many different things. I mean, how do you reconcile that when it says the Bible did say that you are to pray and bless your leaders?
But how do you actually do that? As in, yes, we are to pray for our leaders, and we pray for our leaders that they repent, right? You are caught in sin, you are doing a criminal offense against God's people, and we call upon you to repent. When the leader fails to repent, it's our duty to expose the nature of the sin and to call upon people not to destroy their consciences into thinking that what the leader is doing is right. You understand? How do you bless the leader? It is the word of God we have to use to bless anybody. So we speak the truth, but the leader we have in St. Vincent has rejected every single one. And he has been unrepentant up to today.
We will pause it there because it's 10 o'clock. But it's something that we're going to continue. We're going to play the remainder of it for you, because it's only a couple more minutes left. But I also wanted to show you guys a gift that they gave, and I just want to open it and really I'm literally opening it on here tonight. And these are okay. We have a little plaque here. St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We have a plaque. right here, and it has it's a map with all of the islands there. Yes, and there is a book. We have several books: Immortality, Death, and the Hereafter. Anybody, I'm going to read, and anybody wants to read as well, by Cheflon Ballantyne, God's Plan for Salvation, a 7-day devotional. This is wonderful. And then I got a vegan book, right? Anne Marie Ballantyne. So she wrote this book. It's a cooking. It's cooking vegan. All right. So this is lovely. Very, very nice. These people are really, really, talented, and they are entrepreneurs. Something happened, Mr. Lewis, and they twist and turn. And I wanted to show that because
Show the ice cream again, though. They
you
show
want
the
the
boss,
ice
but
cream again? I'm going for it. I'm going for it.
woo, bring back the ice cream there. You're trying to hide the ice cream. I just love it there, boy. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And what is interesting here, not being biased in any way, but those are some of the Adventists, and I'm a Seventh Day Adventist. They're speaking
Well,
out
well, it is.
injustice
I've got
against
it
the
right here.
leadership.
I've
You
got it
know,
right here.
Marcia, I was saying those folks there are Seventh Day Adventists. I'm a Seventh Day Adventist. They're speaking out against leadership. I'm speaking out against leadership. And this is not in any way seeking to be, uh, we're not looking in any way to be derogatory, but we are conscious of the fact that we are moving as a people. And when you lead, you must lead in a direction that not only you benefit, but that the people benefit. And my prediction is, Marcia, that Gonzalez will lose, and he's going to lose by a large margin because of that COVID atmosphere. I coming up to Kings Park or close to there to get some of that vegan ice cream. Up in
When
Central,
you come to St.
yeah.
Vincent, please order, and it's soursop,
Uh-huh.
soursop, and
Mm.
ingredients: soursop, coconut cream, soya milk, cassava starch, vanilla essence, salt, and some. They have sugar, but it's not very sweet. Very good.
Oh, Lord, no, you're showing off, man.
Mhm. Sorry, Dave. Sorry, Dave.
Ah,
All right. Somebody, Lori Bobby wants some. Oh Lord, I can't bring it home. I have to eat it. That's all I. That's my excuse.
uh-huh.
If I was home, I wouldn't put a spoon in this and eat it. But might as well I do it because I'll be
Mm.
eating this for the next until I leave. Well, this is where we sign off, and I must say,
Yeah.
Victor, a fantastic
But
session that
Marcia,
we had tonight.
Marcia, my core question is, why is it that a black man in this country can be allowed to rent 16 square feet of a spot in Bathsheba, but that we can sell to individuals who are millionaires, billionaires, or otherwise all the land in Bathsheba? That is my question. That has me concerned, and that is something that we have to deeply look into as a people, because it doesn't speak to generational wealth for us. It speaks to generational wealth under cover up for other people. And we have got to be conscious of it as we go forward.
Yes, very well said and very well researched, Mr. Lewis. Joe's River is this Sunday. We still have
Mhm.
spaces. Message me. I can still get my WhatsApp.
You know,
Might not be quick on it as before,
Marcia,
normally, but
yeah, I want the people just to do one thing for me on Sunday. Just one simple thing on Sunday. One thing bound up in two simple words. All I want for everybody out there who feels happy about the victory that we got, all right, who feel happy. All they want you to do on Sunday is turn up. Nothing else. Just turn up. Good night,
Yes.
Marcia.
Good night, good night, good night, Mr. Lewis. Good night to everybody. And I won't eat all of it tonight. Don't worry, I won't eat all of it tonight. Sorry, Dave. Love you,
Send
Dave.
some by Amazon, man. Send some by Amazon.
It's a pleasure, guys. Listen, look out for my lives tomorrow morning. Tomorrow
Yeah,
morning
man.
early, I'm gonna be coming to you right there at a polling station. Okay, so I'm going to polling stations, etc. tomorrow. So the lives are gonna come. Okay. God bless
Mm-hmm.
you. Bye bye.
Play the song there, Dave.
Oh yo 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 yo. God above, guide we all. Ancestors, here we call. Saint Joseph, standing tall. Joe's River sacred, pull down the wall. River flow, belong to we. Spirit glow, belong to we. Black and roll, can't stop we. God and the elders fight for we. God done rule, victory. Wall come down, finally. Rise up strong community. Joe's River, St. Joseph legacy. Bathsheba breeze tell tale from before. Railway rumble along the old time shore. Chimbalazo spirits knocking on door. Ancestors watching old firm indoor. In the clay, deep like prayer. Try block path, we still get there. Gotta walk with we. River declare this land is yours. Stand up, prepare. River flow, belong to we. Spirit glow, belong to we. Black and roll, can't stop we. God and the elders fight for we. Court done rule, victory. Wall come down, finally. Rise up strong community. Joe's River, St. Joseph legacy. Private sign up, try claim the space. Locals vex, hurt, show up on face. Foreign hand, try step out of place. But God and we ancestors lock the base. Villagers gather one heartbeat. Barefoot prayers rise in the heat. Courtroom shake when the truth repeat. Pull down that wall, river is we. River flow, belong to we. Spirit glow, belong to we. Black and roll, can't stop we. God and the elders fight for we. Court done rule, victory. Wall come down, finally. Rise up strong community. Joe's River, St. Joseph legacy. Victory land sweet like morning rain. Judge say clear, remove the chain. Fix back the banks, heal up the plain. Let children laugh on the spot again. Honor the elders, the ones who fight. God light show with the righteous right. Raise the flag, hold it upright. Joe's River free, St. Joseph unite. River flow, belong to we. Spirit glow, belong to we. Praise be God, community. Joe's River, St. Joseph legacy. River flow, belong to we. Spirit glow, belong to we. Praise be God, community. Joe's River, St. Joseph legacy. Oh yo 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 yo. 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 Oh yo 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 yo.